What's up? We are back today with the last class ranking. That is the Mystic class, of course. Um, we're here. We've done it all the class. This is the last one. As always, thank you all so much for the love and support that these videos have been bringing. Um, Once again, please let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I've loved making these videos. I get to talk about champions and hopefully help you guys with your picks on rank ups and whatnot. Um, but yeah, thank you all so much. Please leave a like. Please comment. Consider subscribing. We are growing quickly. Last time I checked, we were at 330. But that's the day of recording this. We could be even further by the time this video comes out. Um, but yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. Top five Mystics. Let's begin, of course, with our honorable mentions. 3 honorable mentions this time instead of 4 like last video. But we're actually going to start off our honorable mentions with quite a bang, and that is Juggernaut. So, you probably would have thought Juggernaut would have been in the top 5. Me too, until I got to thinking. I looked at the top 5 list, and I'm like, I can't put him there. So once again, kind of like how I talked about the Cosmics, 3 things. You need to have good offense, you need to have good defense, you need to have good utility. Jugs has really great utility in the fact that he's reverse control immune, and he's unstoppable basically the whole fight, so you really can't ever get comboed. And he has really, really great damage. Some of the best damage in the game, some of the easiest damage. He's an absolute nuke. But that's kind of where he stops. Not good on defense. Really, really easy to fight on defense. You just put a debuff on him and then he's just done. That's also a problem with him on attack. If they put debuffs on you, you're cooked. A lot of champions in the game have debuffs. So he's very good, but he's definitely a gem. Like there's certain situations where you can't bring a Juggernaut, but as long as you can, if you can bring a Juggernaut, you probably should. He's insane. One of the best buffs ever. Yeah. Juggernaut, an amazing champion. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about Juggernaut. Next up is actually Shathra. So, Shathra, one of those champions that kind of has flown under the radar. She's one of the highest in prestige, solid damage, solid utility. Not the greatest on defense, but can be annoying on defense because her specials are kind of weird to evade. But I will say the reason I put her on the honorable mentions is because her stocks are going to rise. She is one of the best counters for Maestro, and Maestro just got ascended too, so everybody's going to have a Maestro ranked up. So now everybody's probably going to be ranking up Shathra to counter that Maestro. Because she is one of the best Maestro counters. She also looks sick. I mean, her animations are cool. Art team, of course, never misses. But yeah, this is a short honorable mention about Shathra. I believe she deserves to be on the honorable mention list. And lastly, we're actually going to go to America Chavez. So, the thing with America Chavez is a month ago, I wouldn't have put her on this list. But the fact that she has Ascension coming her way makes her that much better. In the last video on Cosmic Champs, I don't even think I brought up Ascension. That's how good Cosmics were. I'm bringing up Ascension now again because Chavez, she is a very, very good champion. Really great damage, solid utility, really great on defense. But Ascension is only going to make her that much better. So we're going to see a lot of Chavezes in the future. And she possibly could go to that top 5 spot, but she's not ascended yet, so we don't know how well she's going to scale with that Ascension. So yeah, Chavez, a really, really great champion. Solid damage, solid utility, solid defense. But that's why she's on this list, because she can be ascended soon. Alright, so getting into our top 5. My number 5 spot of the best Mystics is actually Kushala. So, Kushala is an animal. Kushala is amazing. If you pull a Kushala, you are in a good place. The thing with Kushala is her damage is really easy as long as they can have buffs on them or they have a lot of buffs. If it's not a buff heavy matchup, she's not going to nuke it down as quick, but just her base kit allows her to apply buffs, so she still can do fights pretty well. In non-buff heavy matchups, she still does them fine. So that's why I consider her a top 5 champion. Also, her utility is off the charts. She can block unblockable attacks, unblockable specials, I believe. She regens what she takes into block if she has her spells up. She has a lot of power gain just from Mystic Dispersion and when she has her own Mystic Dispersion, kind of. But yeah, she's not that great on defense. That's the only problem. She's not that great on defense, but she's just so potent on attack, and she has really solid utility, and she's such a good champion with certain matchups. Like the Venom the Duck and the Abyss, she was doing that matchup in like 70 seconds for me. She was absolutely nuts. Or not for me, but for some people. Just because she turns those buffs into big incinerates. Yeah, she's just really, really great. If you have a Kushala, please rank her up. You're doing yourself a disservice by not ranking her up. Everybody knows Kushala is a great champion. Um, Also, of course, say it every time, looks sick. In game, she looks way better. But yeah, that is the number 5 spot. Now, the number 4 spot. Here's where it gets a little bit difficult. I'm actually going to put Paviter Pravarkar on there. Paviter is insane. He can be ascended. He no longer can be ascended. You'd have to pull him back way back when he came out. So I don't think you can ascend him anymore. But he is nuts. He has, once again, great damage, great utility, and he's good on defense, kind of. He's better than Kushala on defense. I would say their damage is pretty equal. He just has that big burst damage, but throughout a fight, you do around the same damage between the two. But he's a very, very good champion for a lot of matchups. He doesn't have to rely on the buffs. You apply your own buffs. So he can take any matchup. Plus, another thing you really want with him is the Iron Fist Relic. If you don't have the Iron Fist Relic, he's not even in an honorable mention list. This buffs him so well. You do like 50k plus heavies when you are fully ramped with this Iron Fist Relic, and it's just throughout the whole entire fight. Super easy, super good. His evade is pretty potent too. He evades a lot. Just randomly he'll evade, which is kind of annoying, but kind of good. He has Power Steal, so those big Cosmic Defenders like Serpent, one of the best for. His specials are pretty fun to watch too. Him slinging around his rope and stuff. It looks cool. Or I guess his web. Pretty solid champion. I personally want to take him up to rank 5. Probably going to be one of my first rank 5 in the Mystic class. I just don't think he's any higher. The next 3 on the list are just that much better. So, that being said, number 3 on the list. Actually, Doctor Strange. So, Doctor Strange is the champion I don't have. I've probably like 30 Titans deep. Still don't have Doctor Strange. I really want Doctor Strange. His worst part about him is his damage. His damage is not the best. You have to ramp him up to be good. But once you have him at max ramp, his damage is nuts. But you got to get him there. But his utility, I mean, literally, he just has utility. His utility is, look at all this. That's all utility. Just stuff. I could spend a whole video talking about stuff from Doctor Strange. He has insane power gain, some of the most power gain in the game. You basically are always at 3 bars of power, which is nuts. He has really, really cool special animations, some of the coolest in the game. He's one of the best nullified champs in the game. Any buff that gets applied on the opponent, you basically just take for yourself. Yeah. He's an absolute insane champion. One of the best champions in the game at controlling a fight as well. You are always in the driver's seat in a fight, no matter what the note is, no matter what the fight is, as long as they're not a counter to Doctor Strange. That being said, he's not that great on defense. He is kind of annoying because his new special animations are different, so we're not quite used to them. But that being said, I mean, he just has so much control over any fight you're in. Literally, you always have bars of power. You always know what the opponent's power is. It's just so easy to control a fight with Doctor Strange. Great regen, great power grade, great damage when you ramp him up. Also, he has pretty cool synergy with Starkey and these champions, where Starkey will start off with a shock for like basically the whole fight. But there's a chance. I don't know if anybody's ever hit this chance, but it's basically a reference to Infinity War. You have a 1 in 14 million chance to apply a 100% Fury buff to yourself indefinitely throughout the fight. I don't know if anybody's ever hit that 1 in 14 million chance, but you know how cool it would be if you did that in like a Necropolis fight? Imagine Starkey having 10 times the damage. That would mean he would be doing 500k mediums. But that would be sick to see. That's a story for a different day. Maybe I go hunting for it. That'd be insane. But yes, Doctor Strange, the 3rd best Mystic in the game in my opinion. So, We're down to 2. This was kind of a hard decision, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized what I wanted this list to be. And I do believe Nico is number 2. Nico is one of those champs that I say it almost in every list. There's always that one champ that they did not play test. They had to just launch during the game because she has so much stuff baked into her kit. She's insane on attack. She doesn't have the most damage in the world, but kind of like Doctor Strange, she has really great control over the fight. Her pre-fights give you that really, really great control, that buff immunity to where you're applying poisons or incinerates on the opponent, and those scale your damage up. Her utility, though, she basically can regen to full every fight if you play very, very well and very, very smart. She has good immunities. She can be immune to Rupture and Poison, or Rupture, I think it's Rupture and Poison, which is really, really nice with a pre-fight. Her synergies aren't terrible. She has a synergy with Carolina Dean that's pretty nice. But her Sig ability is what's nuts. You basically want a Sig. You always want her you want her Sigged up. If you don't have her awakened, she's not going to be that great. But when you miss, or when she misses, she gains adrenaline, which is basically health you gain for punching the opponent. She also has a very potent poison passive that she adds when they don't apply a buff to themselves, when the buff immunity works. But that's more of a defense thing. She is one of the best Mystic defenders just because she's such an annoying fight. She's such a stall, plus she does so much damage to you. It's so annoying. Even if you really can't nuke her down just because she gains so much power, so she has to launch those specials, and those specials are always diminishing. Something goes wrong with those specials. Something always happens to you. So yeah, that being said, I believe she is the second best Mystic champion in the game. One of the best champions in the game. Yeah, Nika Minoru, if you have her, take her up. Arguably one of the best options for rank 5 of the Mystic class. But that leaves us the number 1 spot. And that is, of course, Absman. Absman was one of the best champions in the game as a 6-star. So him becoming a 7-star is just that much better. Really, really great damage. Super great damage. If you pull him early in the game, you are going far in the game. His damage, really easy to go by. You want to be able to light intercept. That is the one difficult part about this champ. If you can't light intercept, your damage is not going to be as good. But light intercepts make this man the absolute GOAT. His utility is nice. He regens on specials. He has immunities based on which special, or resistances based on which special you activate. And that all goes for his defense, too. On defense, he's that much more annoying because he does regen. He does have those immunities and resistances. He has really high physical resistance, really high energy resistance. He has immunities based on which mode. Special 1 is physical mode. Special 2 is energy mode. But yeah, just amazing damage. He's also not that bad at long-form content if you can launch an SP3 and build those cruelties to do more damage on your crits. But yeah, Absman, without a shadow of a doubt, the best Mystic champion of the game. One of the best champions of the game. Easily, probably top 10, maybe top 5 champions of the game. But yeah, I'm going to have a hard time not taking him to rank 5. Also, once again, his animations in game are so cool. But yeah, that marks the end of the top 5 in every class. Once again, thank you so, so much for all the support you guys have been showing for this. We have grown exponentially because of these top 5s. So please, let me know down in the comments if you want to see more. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.